You know what? I think I should have gone tenacity here. I think I should have. I think I really should have. Chase.
Oh!
I gotta turn my music. Alright, there we go.
How's it going, dude?
Pretty good. I mean, I'm fighting a Singe, but you know.
So you're not fighting. Oh, you're fighting. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm Mord, so I'll win. Honestly, I don't know how Mord didn't get nerfed last patch. His stats were actually just like some of the most absurd stats I've ever seen. And he didn't get nerfed. Well, that's the thing. See, Aatrox's win rate, because he's got like the highest play rate. Well, most of the time he's got the highest play rate. But like his win rate goes to like 49% all over, right? Like he's not the sort of champion. I mean, as much as everyone wants to like just pick up and play him, he's not the sort of champion who wins like that. Mord.
I mean, I don't really. I feel like 90%, like most win rates don't really matter. Like,
Well,
so you're like talking about higher MMR, they're pretty irrelevant.
Right, but I'm getting to my point here. Mord, on the other hand, has like an absurd win rate at low rank, right? Like we're talking like 54, 55%. It drops as you rank up, but the lowest it becomes is 52%. And that's like in Challenger.
Do you see this guy?
I don't have my E. Oh.
I don't know what he was doing with
Trying to kill me. Well, if I hadn't flashed his knockup, he likely would have been able to pull it off. Mord's not very mobile. What? I can't hear Chase. Alright, Chase, you're up.
Right through
Nice.
the counter strike.
my time.
No, but the thing that actually blows my mind about Mord is the amount of people who, like, normally when a champion's, like, really high pick rate and strong, like, you'll hear complaints about him all the time, right? Like, everyone in Twitch chat's gonna be like, oh, that champion's so busted. Like, I hear that about Aatrox, Jax, etc. With Mord, I'm like, oh, this champion's really broken. I think I'm just gonna spam him. And Twitch chat's like, no, he's not. And I'm like, what?
I mean, compared to like, what do you play? You play like Jax, Aatrox, like.
The only champion he consistently loses to is Jax. And even then, I would say you can actually pull off that win.
I just remember like old Hashinshin where you played Jax until it was actually just broken as shit, and then you started playing like.
It wasn't fun at that point.
Fair enough.
Like, imagine if... Okay.
No, I don't need to imagine. It's never gonna happen. I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, but imagine Shaco becomes top tier and everyone starts spamming Shaco, and you need to start like fighting for Shaco picks, and you need to like be like hovering Shaco so he doesn't get banned, right? At that point,
I get what you mean.
at that point, you're gonna be like, all right, I mean, this isn't that fun anymore. Like it used to be fun, but you know, now it's kind of losing its luster.
Yeah, but Shaco's a long way off that. Get off me!
So what actually frustrates me too about Mord is that, like, okay, so like Jax, Aatrox, those champions, their win rates really start to pick up in Masters and Challenger, right? So like your average League player isn't really being bothered by Jax and Aatrox, but they still complain about them. On the other hand, Mord's win rate is insane, like absolutely fucking insane at low ranks, and yet still people defend this stupid champion.
I don't know. I've always thought, like I've always said that balancing. I mean, I know this isn't even your point, but like just balancing for like lower MMRs is like so pointless because they're not even like if you're balancing for like gold players, they're not even playing their champion correctly most of the time, anyways. And like the people they're playing against aren't playing their champions correctly. So like, why should that be such a major influence on balance in general?
I mean, I think their current approach is a let some champions be insane at low rank.
Well, yeah, it's like two separate. Like you got your competitive viable champions, and then you balance other champions for solo queues.
Yeah, I mean,
Shaco's never gonna be fucking. You're never gonna see him in an LCS game, so let's just put him let's just make a balance for silver AD carry players.
Dude, my biggest problem with Shaco, honestly, like my biggest problem is that when they went to rework him, they did absolutely nothing about the things that made him difficult to balance. Tried to make him AP, failed, and then we're like, well, we did all we could.
Well, they took away like what was the most enjoyable factor about playing him, which was his early game pressure and his early game like dominance. Now you just kind of have to farm and get to your items because they just took out all of his base damage and stats.
I think they should have pushed really hard to like nerf his Q ganks, right? And like pushed really hard to do clone trickery. Because my personal opinion is I think the clone tricks are like the most fun aspect of him. Oh, I die here. Oh well. Do I die here? Yeah, I'm dead. Fuck. I missed my everything.
Stop ending, man. Start flying. I want to be a Season 9 Challenger player. Thank you.
You guys still can't hear Chase? What the fuck? How quiet are you? Come on, just put you at 200%. Blow out my eardrum.
Wait, like you hear me fine and they just don't hear me?
I mean, I hear you fine. Yeah, they don't hear you. I don't.
Oh, then wouldn't you just turn up your audio on OBS?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's... Oh, hold on here. I need to not die here. Oh, shit. I got fucking outplayed. No, I didn't. I'm moored.
Then you outplayed him by being a better champion.
Yeah, sometimes I, like, try to play around people, and I'm like, I got, like, 7 seconds to my ult. He's not gonna go in here. And then they just, like, fucking pop their ult and run in, and I'm like, have you timed my cooldowns, or are you just really hoping I don't have ult?
See, when I play, I kind of just, like, slam my face on the keyboard and see what on my way if you can survive, but yeah. Avenged.
You know, one of the most broken things about Mord is that people don't even realize?
Tell me, I don't know.
You'd actually think about this one and be like, oh. So, you know how his ult steals 10% of your core stats? Which aren't actually your base stats. I don't know why people fucking spam that shit and, like, actually made me believe that's not how it works. It actually, yes, takes 10% of your total stats of the core stats. I don't know what that fucking meme was about. But people spammed it so much, I believed it. What was I gonna say? Anyway, so the thing is that your core stats include your health. So he steals 10% of your current health, which means his ult does 10% true damage. You can actually, and mind you, even if you're at low health, he'll steal 10% of it, okay? So you can do fucky tricks like I did to Singe there, where you actually bait them into thinking you're like a reasonable and balanced champion, and then you ult and they die.
Wait there. Hello? Okay, this guy just like stopped playing League. And I will kill him 10 times out of 10. Yeah, see, I know. I would say like I know what you're talking about, but like if you're talking about a champion that's not Shaco, I just don't know anything about the game. So yeah.
Okay, in all honesty, as much as people want to meme about Conqueror, when is something going to be done about Aftershock? Because I feel like they nerfed it really hard, which only made people notice how broken it still was, and even more people started using it.
I mean, it's less about like Conqueror as a rune, and it's just more about how the game has become less about champions and their stats and their abilities, and more about the items and the runes and shit in the game.
You want to know my opinion here on Conqueror is that they made a mistake making only a single keystone a sustained damage keystone, and every other keystone is a burst one. So Conqueror gets a lot of shit because it's the only sustained damage keystone, but every other keystone is a burst one, you know? So like it has to kind of outperform everything because every other keystone just kind of activates instantly other than press the attack, which arguably is still a burst keystone.
Well, I mean, Conqueror is obviously best on champions that can just tank the whole time and can't actually get one shot anyways, so with all the mechanics in the game and all the Season 9 champions that have everything in their kit.
Okay, so can I ask you an opinion? Have you ever seen a Qiyana lose lane?
I I honestly haven't played against the champion that much. I still don't really know what it's like.
Oh my god.
But yes, I've definitely seen a Kiana lose lane. Why?
I have never seen that champion lose lane. Everyone says she's bad at the laning phase.
I've never seen an enemy teammate lose lane. That's all I'm saying. The real OP chance. Alright, I see you. I mean, you know, I'm still the hero here, but...
Okay. They played that kind of well, actually. Waiting till I was rooted to use her abilities. Yeah, no, dude, chat, I'm, like, pretty happy they're finally nerfing Lux. If I see one more champion get half their fucking health bar shielded...
I don't know who, like, the Yozu, I guess he's like a Lux, like, he plays, like, mid-Lux. In my opinion, the issues with Lux were not what they addressed. They nerfed Lux, and they should have nerfed just her shield and Aftershock in general. Like, Aftershock is what made her actually OP with shield. But they're nerfing, like, all the other, like, her ult or some random shit, so...
So... I mean, I don't have the notes offhand, but... From what I remember, they're... increasing the AP ratio of her ult, removing the reset mechanic thing.
Yeah, that's what, I don't even know how that works, but, like, that's what Yozu was complaining about the most, was the reset mechanic, because no one even complains about Lux ult, like, you know what I mean? It's like, when you think about why, like, it's AIDS to play against Lux, who cares about the ult?
I don't know. Sometimes I does shit, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. Like, a nerf is a nerf, but not what I would do.
It's just like, those aren't actually the problems. Faker. I wish I could, like, see the abilities she's throwing at me. That'd be fucking cool. But then again, people probably wouldn't buy the skin as often, so never mind. I'm trolling.
Oh, it sucked.
How long does the shield last?
You talking about Lux Shield? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't think it has an end date.
God, man, nerf that ult, bro. That fucking ult reset. It just got me there.
I think the number one thing that frustrates me about Lux, honestly, is that she's extremely overpowered in an extremely unfun way.
Yep.
Like,
just like Shaco. Because I don't know how to purchase my free retro kit, so nerf it. And then I don't care how fed I am, if you go PD with tabbies and like build towards GA late game, I won't kill you. If your support has arms at least.
there are a lot of people that don't quite understand how armor pen works and how Ninja Tabby fucks over people like Shaco. Am I getting ganked or are we just like dancing?
What do you mean people like Shaco? Can you stop saying Shaco? It's kind of tilting me. Shaco, buddy.
Okay. Lux shielded, I broke the shield, she hourglassed, and then she fucking shielded again.
Probably hacking, honestly. Ridiculous. You can't escape these cheaters. They need to add another Last Whisper item that gives shield breaker instead of like heal reduction or something like that. There's too many shields in this game and they're too overpowered.
I think that'd be bad for the game. In the same way that adding healing debuffs to everyone was bad, because what they do is the second everyone has a healing debuff, now heals need to be overpowered because everyone has a healing debuff. Some they just
are overpowered.
So they end up just buffing the shit out of heals until everyone is overpowered by default, and you need a healing debuff to fight it. Because if they weren't overpowered, then everyone having a healing debuff would make it useless.
Bro, the meta is Karma top with a cat that flies around on top of you that heals you for your whole health bar, as well as a Lux support that runs Aftershock.
It's still fine. What I'm saying is that, like...
That's not fine.
Right, no,
That's
my point
okay. I
is...
disagree.
No, the second they give Shield Breaker, they're going to end up buffing all the shields to compensate for everyone having Shield Breaker.
I disagree.
I can... Okay, look at Mundo. His ult went from 60% to 100%. Healing debuffs are 40%. That means they literally just made his ult ignore healing debuffs.
fuck is Mundo?
Right, but that's my point. Is that
Why are you throwing Mundo out there?
because
It's just outdated. He's just like a...
right, but I'm saying that to prove my point here is that the second they add Shield Breaker, they're just gonna buff all the shields to be, or at least be balanced against Shield Breaker.
I'm not saying whether or not they are going to, but like, because it's a given that Riot is fucking stupid about balance, and they don't, either they don't understand or they just choose to balance, like, for, you know, fucking Silver MMR. I'm saying, like, they don't, like, they shouldn't have to. I don't know if you're saying that they should, or just that they will.
I'm saying they, well, I mean, it's not even should or shouldn't, I just feel counter items are bad for the game. Like, if shields are overpowered, then nerf, I don't know, shields.
They're just, I mean, they're not going to do that, though. I just, you know, front row seat. Nice one. Well played there. And that was mine. Fuck. I used to permaban it because it reveals you in stealth, like sonar sensor or whatever. Like I can't Q in until he just unburrows.
Oh my lord. I had my ult, but I don't. Oh, it sucked. No, my big problem is a lot of the shield champions that get to be top tier are actually incredibly fucking basic champions who honestly are no less easy than like Pantheon or Garen and have no right to be viable at the high ranks.
Yes, but shields are overpowered, and there's no counter to them.
It's like, okay, so they keep pushing Karma. Every season they'll try to push Karma, right? What the fuck does Karma do that's so complicated that, like, you would want to push Karma to be viable over, like, any other champion?
She gives you a shield. Season 9. I can't die. Woo! Oh, I have Conquer or Aftershock as well. Good luck.
Dude, Yumi's one of those champions that...
I like how you just stop mid, like, whatever you're saying when you start playing. Yeah, Yumi's one of those champions that...
Oh, shit. Well, I was trying to kill a motherfucker. I was gonna say, Yumi's one of those champions that I feel... There's such a win more champion that they should just probably be underpowered, because if they get to the win more phase, it's just, like, impossible to counteract it.
Server's so ruined.
Jax actually by default is underpowered to compensate for his snowballing.
Shut up.
No, if you actually
up.
look at any fucking competitive game, they're not gonna pull out the Jax. They don't pull out Jax in competitive play.
I don't care.
Because he doesn't actually
Don't
like.
play competitive.
No, that's my point. If you play a fair game of League, right? A fair game of League where both sides are good and neither side.
A fair game of League.
A fair, like, where neither side has an advantage, where there's not an auto-filled
Or
top
like
that
a
you can
win
feed
trader
on.
because it's season 9.